Hello, Stacy. How are you? Can you hear me? Sorry about yesterday. I was just totally fried. I was so tired, I just said, I'll wait until today. You there? Too high, huh? Okay, hold on. How's that? Is that better? Testing one, two. Is that better for the volume? I'm experimenting today. I'm trying to get the lag out of here, and I think I might have resolved it. I've been streaming on Wi-Fi. Too quiet. Jay, are you serious? Testing one, two. Test, test, test. Testing. Testing one, two. Testing one, two. Test. Testing. Is that good right there, Stacy? Testing one, two, three, four. Test. Okay, I'm trying to get the lag. Okay, almost perfect, huh? All right, let's try it again. Testing. That's about it. Okay, anyway, like I said, I'm trying to get the lag out of here. And I have a switcher on the floor. When I play, I'm going to hit the switcher so it doesn't pick up on the mic I'm speaking from. So I'm going to do a little test, okay, Stacy? All right, I'm going to hit the switcher and then play on the drum so it doesn't sound echoey. Now, there shouldn't be a delay. Is there a delay coming to you? Testing one. Is there a delay? Hello, Bob. How you doing? Sorry about yesterday. Tonight, I'm not going to stream on my site. I'm going to stream live on Facebook. All right, is there still a lag? Again, I'm going to turn my volume off from my microphone that I'm talking through. And I'm going to play. Any delay? Testing. Just to let everybody know, I'm doing a breakdown. All right, it's getting better. It's a little, huh? It'll get better. All right, that's because I have all my other computers shut off. I have this on a different mode. Instead of the Wi-Fi, it's a different mode. So it has cut down on the delay. It's a slight one. Anyway, I'm still recording this on another camera. So you're going to get it back much, much better on YouTube. All right, like I was saying, and it's a lot of work, my goodness. First of all, I was talking to Rob Wallace. He's from Hudson Music. And I want to start promoting my books on his site, in addition to me selling to everybody direct. I'm working on a breakdown of master studies. Would you believe the first one is 3 pages long? So it's going to come in a 2-part series. Okay. Well, anyway, so I'll keep you intact or in the loop with that one. What I'm going to do, I want to work on a little bit of Gary Shafee's patterns series. Now, I like the ostinatos. We can do the straight up and down, or we can do the jazz patterns. So being that it's the two of you only, what I'm going to do is leave it up to you. You want to use the straight up and down funk patterns with the backbeat on 2 and 4, or you want to work with some jazz patterns. So I need some response. Jazz patterns. How about you, Stacy? Okay. Everybody likes jazz. Well, when I talk to people about, I'm not too crazy about jazz. And you know, jazz is an art form of music. It's the American art form. Yeah, all our rhythms, all our everything has actually been comes from Africa, but the jazz is a American concept. It's an art form of music, and when I say art form, there's a structure to that. You know, you maintain the structure, and you're allowed to improvise off the rules. Now, for you to enjoy the jazz and appreciate the artistic worth, you need to understand the concepts. Now, the concept usually is a 32-bar tune or a 12-bar tune or phrasing, four measures, 8 measures, 12 measures, so on and so forth. So, there's a lot of stepping stones to getting there. If you want to really understand jazz, take a tune. You know, when you were a child and your mother would say, or your father would put you into your arms and say, rock-a-bye, lullaby, so on and so forth. And, you know the tune. It's the same thing with jazz. That's what jazz is. You need to take a tune. Very simple. I'm going to start to write out a chart, say for Satin Doll, or A Moment's Notice, or Freddie the Freeloader, or Milestones. Okay? Now, I can't do a play along here because there's a copyright infringement. When I get ready to do the play along, I'm going to put it up on my site. And that's like closed, so nobody can know what I'm doing except the people who are viewing it. So let's get to understanding what the jazz pattern is. You got to keep humming the tune over and over and over and over again. Now, once you understand the tune and you play the tune, that's the structure you're playing from, is the tune. Okay? Now, there's a lot of preliminaries to understanding that. I like to teach how to develop coordination between a straight ahead jazz pattern. And for those, well, you two guys, really have been, how many people are watching this? I can't, this new YouTube thing, don't tell me how many people are watching. But anyway, the whole thing about jazz is if you want to develop a 4-way or 4-limb coordination. At first, it's mechanical and mathematical. And eventually, you'll turn that mathematical or mechanical thing into sounding musical. So there's certain rules you want to do here. Now, There's no right way or wrong way to play a tune. That's your interpretation, your improv with the tune with the other musicians, having a conversation with them. Like I said, there's preliminaries, and that's learning how to play the jazz pattern. Now, the one structure that you need to do is that ride cymbal. It's a straight ahead. Who's it? Dennis. Okay, it's a straight ahead jazz pattern. And there's a technique that you want to use. So you don't want to, what you want to do with that right hand is, that's your time. Now you can see that ride cymbal. I'm playing quarter notes. Let me turn that off. Now I make all those quarter notes sound the same. All right, that's straight quarter notes, like I'm going. Now what you got to know is that level system. Free stroke, down, up, free stroke, down, up, free stroke, down, up, free stroke, down. What I'm I'm talking now, right? I'm sorry. I'm talking now with the switcher on so you can hear me. When I'm playing without the switcher and with the switcher off, it's not echoing, okay? Now you got it, right? I'm going to take again, let me try it again. I'm going to take the switcher off and I'm going to play the drums. Tell me if you can hear the drums. Now, I had the switcher off. Did you hear the drums? Drums are too quiet. Ay, boonga. All right. Thank you for your input, Stacy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the switcher on and learn how to work it as I go. All right, like I was saying, you could hear quiet, huh? How's it now? I guess you can hear it now. It's not echoing, right? Okay. So let's get back to the cymbal pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Free stroke, down. Look at my right hand. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and be dang. So I'm constant with this in sound. I'm trying to make the hi-hat and ride cymbal sound like one voice. Now I'm not going to comp. I'm going to do triplets. Eighth note triplets with the left hand. No bass drum. So let's do that same thing with the bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm going to feather the bass drum in. Here you go. Now there you could barely hear the bass drum, but the bass drum is blending into the ride cymbal, to the hi-hat, and to the snare drum. Okay? So that's just the basic predication of what we're going to do today with the eighth note triplet. Okay? we're going to this is actually the Chaffee time functions, the way he takes a triplet apart, and then how I'm going to take it and put it in from the stick control book. Okay, so as you have the stick control book formulas, you see there's a formula there, and it was a one surface exercise, if you remember. We take the R and make it 3 rights. The L equal 3 lefts. So if I did the first sequence, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, that actually would be 2 measures of the triplet. Messed up on the hands, but you get the idea. It's 1, 2, 3. Second part. I just played the first line. That's on one surface, that's a hand exercise. So now we do the substitution. And we say, okay. And that's part of one of the elements of Gary Chaffee. He takes the triplet, 1 and the. Then he does the bass drum. All right, but he uses the hand. So now we're going to take that and we're going to use it for the formulas. R equals 3 rights. L equals 3 lefts. Okay, but now we're going to play that as a substitution. So if I played the first line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do now is play it against the jazz time. Just the first line. Now, it sort of sounds musical somewhat, but yet it's still mechanical. I'm not thinking of a melody. I'm thinking mechanics of the 8th note triplet as an exercise against the jazz pattern. Now, we go to let's go to line 3. That's 2 rights, 2 lefts. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you learned on the one surface. Now, we do the substitution thing again. Instead of playing it, the right hand up here like this, we're going to assign it to the bass drum. So now we're going to take line 3. We get that, guys? Any questions on that? We understand it? Dennis, Stacy? Stacy understands it. Robert, Dennis, and whoever else is watching. Want me to do line 3 again? Okay. Line 3, as a one surface exercise, we formulated the line. We said R is going to equal 3 rights. L is going to equal 3 lefts in 8th note triplet formation. So the sequence of sticking on that line, right, right, left, left. So the first right is 1 and the. Second one, 2 and the. Then you have the left. 3 and the, 4 and the. That's one surface. Now we're using a substitution. We're going to replace the right hand on the snare drum with the bass drum. So we have line 3. I'm just going to do the bass drum part and the snare drum part. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now we add the jazz pattern and we do line 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got that. Understand that, Robert? Line 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now, what's a good warm-up, because that foot is going to lag from the left hand. So you got to bring that foot up to par. So you want to do this, maybe set the timer for 3 minutes. Who's only doing 4 notes? Yeah, I'm not doing the whole line. I'm giving you an example of right, right, left, left. All right, let me do the whole line. Line 3. 1. Here you go. Second part. It's just a reference. That's not 4 notes, Robert. That was 4 measures. Okay? Now, one exercise you really want to do, because I said that bass drum lags from the snare drum. So sit there and play. Got it, Robert? Play this for 3 or 4 minutes. We should slow it down a little bit, like 1, 2. Do that for 3 minutes, okay? And your right foot's going to start to develop against the jazz pattern. And now we're doing the simplest one, 3 rights and 3 lefts. Let's take another one from the Chafee book, the way he breaks down the elements of the triplet. Okay, so now you have and da of the triplet. 1 and da. You're leaving the downbeat of the triplet off. The right would be 1 and da. Now I'm not going to do that as one surface. I'm going to substitute the right hand for the bass drum. So I have 1 and da. 2 and da. Let me start on line 1. R equals 1 and da. Left equals 2 and da. So now, I take the first line without the ride cymbal or hi-hat, just the bass drum and snare drum. Line 1. 1 and da. 2 and da. 3 and da. 4 and da. 1 and da. 2 and da. 3 and da. 4 and da. Now I don't know how many measures I just did, but that's line 1. Then we drop this guy. Line 1. We're using the bass drum and snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we understand that concept? I'm not going to sit here and do all the lines. There's 72 lines. It'll take me just about, at that tempo, maybe 20 minutes. But do you understand that concept? I'm taking the 2 elements. 1 and da, or 1 and da. Do we understand it, guys? Okay, we're going to take one more element of the Gary Chafee. He takes the da now of the triplet. Well, see, that's the whole thing. This is whatever, the question is, how many other ride cymbal patterns are there? Well, what I'm explaining to you is the standard straight ahead for jazz. I can play quarter notes. All right, I can play what I just did with the down up taps and down free stroke down. Now, That's standard straight ahead jazz time. Oof. Wow. But what's going to really predicate my ride cymbal is how I'm improving with the melody. Okay, now, for example, bop, 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 bop. Now, I don't know what I just played. I was thinking melodically. The milestones, bop, 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 ba, boo, bee, boo, bee. And that's a jazz pattern. But I'm playing melodically. And against that, I could play my left hand to enhance the melody or whatever, whatever you want to play or whatever you want to enhance or however you hear it. That's where there's no right or wrong. What I'm trying to do here is teach how to develop a strong sense of coordination against a simple pattern. I could play the shuffle. I could do whatever I want to do, but I'm teaching just straight ahead. And like I said, we're going to do one more. We're going to do now the da of the triplet. Okay, so now we have, let's say the left hand, one and da. The bass drum, the da of the triplet, one and da. So now I take line one where R becomes the bass drum instead of the right hand. And I have line one would be one and da, two and da, three and four and da, one and da, two and three and da, four and da, one and da, two and three and da, four and da. Now what this is doing, who is this? Oh, okay. Hello. How are you there, Mr. Drumming Intuition? All right. The book that we're taking, he's breaking down the triplets in time functions. I think he has a series of 4 or 5 different books or 6 books. Okay. We're taking the interpretation, the time functions, and we're working on the triplet, how he breaks up the triplet. Now, I demonstrated 3 rights and 3 lefts, and the and does of the triplet, and this one is going to be the da of the triplet. So if I'm counting triplet, I'm just going to play the da with the left hand. 1 and da, 2 and da, 3 and 4 and da. If I did the right, I'm going to use the bass drum. 1 and da, 2 and da, 3 da, 4 and da. So now I changed the pattern. It's how he breaks up the triplet, and what I'm doing is taking that. I'm not making any melodic structures right now. I'm just giving the mechanics and the better understanding of how to play that against a straight ahead jazz time. So now we're on the da of the triplet. So we go to the stick control book, and I use the brilliance. I incorporate the brilliance of George Lawrence Stone to Gary Chaffee's triplet section. So for example, now if I have a right, it would be 1 and da. The left would be 2 and da, 3 and da, 4 and da. So now I'm playing this. Using the first line. 1, 2, 3, 4. With that concept, let's go to line 3. So basically, I'm taking what Gary Chaffee has, which is outrageous. He breaks up the triplet, and it's not permutations of a triplet. Permutate means to me move over one. A drumming institution. Are you on my mailing list? If not, you could email me, and by emailing me, I'll add you to my mailing list, and you will get every Monday an agenda for the week, time and location of the lessons. In addition to that, if needed, a PDF for the lessons. So Stacy or Bob? Thank you, Stacy. Stacy, you're out right with me. Okay, thank you. There's my email. So after the lesson, email me. You'll get notification every Monday. I've been trying to stream 10 times a week, and it's a bit much. This is the first week I've been doing it, but I also did Sunday. And I was totally exhausted. I was just totally exhausted. And I was just burnt out yesterday, and I apologize, guys. Also, their drum intuition rather. I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but at the moment I have 3 accounts, and at the moment I have 5,000 different members, or different friends. So I can't accept any more friends. However, if you want to follow me on Facebook, you will get notification when I am live on Facebook. Now there's 3 accounts. One says with the stick control book, one is a picture of me, and the other one is a picture of me sitting down at the drum set. Go on that one. Follow me, and you will get notification from Facebook that I'm live. And I will be doing one tonight. Understand? And thank you for subscribing to the channel. You got notification. Stacy, you got notification? Well, get Facebook, Dennis. Sign up. I have 3 accounts. And all 3 of them are loaded up with 5,000 friends. The one account I have that I'm telling you to go to has maybe almost 4,500 followers. You don't get live. Well, anyway, I don't know why. We're friends on Facebook, right, Stacy? So I don't know why. But anyway, follow me on Facebook. Who's this? Oh, let me put my glasses on. This looks like a story. Hold on. Okay. Well, let me ask you something there, Charles. Are you on Wi-Fi, or are you connected straight to your computer to the internet? What is that? Yeah, I am. I'm doing different videos. What I'm doing right now, I've been having a problem, like you said, with the delay. Now, there's not too much delay. All right, that's good. You shouldn't have any delay there, Charles. Now, what I'm doing, I have an additional camera that's not hooked up to this system that I am filming or taping. So as soon as this is going to go live on YouTube. I mean, it'll be taped to YouTube, but I'm also going to upload this one to YouTube, and there will not be no hesitation. What I thought, and it's been working, like everybody else is saying, well, I'm not going to go into the art of drumming. I'm going to go into my wall, Robert. All right, everybody's getting sort of a slight delay. How much of a delay are you getting there, Charles? I don't know. I have no idea. All I know, this shit's driving me crazy. I've tried all kinds of combinations. I tried this one today, and it seems to be a lot better. That's because it's so fast there, Charles. Just kidding. Dennis, how about you? You getting the good quality there, Stacy and Robert? What you need to do, though, is if you have any other windows that are open, you need to close them. Now, you get onto Facebook through Google. So Google is open. You go to Facebook, to YouTube like now, and you should only have those two windows open. There are many other windows. They're not high definition, they're HD. High definition. Yeah, okay. Anyway, it looks good to you. How about you there, Robert? Is the video coming out to you okay? And Stacy? And drumming intuition, is it coming out okay? Of course, the high definition. Looks good to you. All right, well, sooner or later, I'll get it right. Like when I go like this, I could do it slower. There's no blur in that last one. Well, I'm trying to get it out of here, Charles. I'm just about done with the lesson anyway. Tonight I will be on Facebook at 7 p.m. And we'll continue with the jazz patterns or the funk. Okay, guys? Now remember there, what's his name? I can't see that. Drumming Intuition. Follow me on Facebook. Dennis, get on Facebook, man. All right, I'm going to shut the stream off, and I'll see everybody tonight at 7 p.m. So, guys, have a good rest of the day, unless there's any questions you want me to answer. Any questions? I'm investigating Zoom. With Zoom, I could do master classes. This way I could see you. Facebook, remember, with Zoom I could do master classes. I could have 10, 12 people paid for. So I'm investigating that. Okay, as you see, I'm constantly working. So yesterday was an enjoyable day off. All right, well, I'm going to try it, all right? When you come up here next week, I have done that, Charles. All right, next week, you'll be up here the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we could hook up to Zoom, okay? We could, I'm not, all right? All right, so I'm gonna sign out.